All right, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashraf al-mursaleen. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Let's talk about connected pronouns and possessives. We have talked about lots of pronouns in the previous chapter, but the pronouns that we talked about were not connected. They were disconnected. They were not attached. They were standing alone as complete words, such as ana, nahnu, anta, anti, antuma, antum, antunna, huwa, hiya, huma, hum, hunna. All of these pronouns that I just mentioned and we learned in chapter 1 are not connected pronouns, they are disconnected. But today, in this lesson, we will look at connected pronouns and possessives. And we will learn it through examples. I have a book. Whose book is it? It's my book. So what do I say? I say kitabi. Kitabi means my book. So you can see here the connected pronoun ya, which is mentioned in red. The connected pronoun ya is literally the meaning of mine. Literally, it's saying kitab of mine. Of course, we can translate that as my book. So kitabi is my book or book of mine. Kitabuna is our book, and it's for dual, whereas kitabi is for al-mufrad, which is singular. And then kitabuna is also used for al-jama'. So for the first person, al-mutakallim, here you can see al-mutakallim written here. The word al-mutakallim means speaker, which means the first person, in other words, the one who is talking, just like before, just like what you saw in chapter 1, no surprises here. Mufrad, muthanna, jama' is, of course, singular, dual, and plural. So you can see kitabi, kitabuna, kitabuna. Kitabuna is used for both muthanna, dual, and al-jama', which is plural. So that's the first person. What about the second person? If I'm talking to you and I say, and you're a boy, and I say your book, I say kitabuka. Kitabuka is for a boy. But if I'm talking to a girl, I say kitabuki, your book. Okay, so you can see the gender is different. Kitabuka, your book for a boy, and kitabuki, your book for a girl, and they both are singular. For the dual, al-muthanna, you just say kitabukuma, any gender, okay? Any gender is for the dual. If you have a boy, girl, or a boy, boy, or a girl, girl, it doesn't matter. As long as it's two people, you say kitabukuma. And finally, for the plural, al-jama', plural, you say kitabukum. Kitabukum is for 3 or more boys, and kitabukunna is for 3 or more girls. So kitabukum, 3 or more boys, kitabukunna, 3 or more girls. But what if I have 2 boys and 1 girl, or 2 girls and 1 boy? If it's mixed gender, you just go with kitabukum, because kunna is only for, it's exclusive for the feminine plurality. Okay, so this is for al-mukhatab. Al-mukhatab is the second person, the one you're talking to. And you can see here, all of these are translated in basically the same way. Your book, your book, your book. Singular is translated in English as your book. Dual is translated as your book. Plural is translated as your book. So in English, obviously you can see English is not a gender sensitive language. But Arabic, because everything has a gender and number, you have to account for that. So you have to use different connected pronouns, which are mentioned in red. Ka, ki, kuma, kum, and kunna. And finally, for the al-ghaib, which is the third person, al-ghaib is absent. His book, kitabuhu. Her book, kitabuha. Their book, for the dual, kitabuhuma. Any gender. And their book, kitabuhum, for 3 or more boys. Kitabuhunna is 3 or more girls. And if I have a mixed crowd, boys and girls, 3 or more, which one do I go with? Yes, I go with kitabuhum. Why? Because hunna is exclusively reserved for the feminine. So you cannot use it, it cannot be shared, where the boy's pronoun has to be, it can be shared. So you can see here mufrad, muthanna, jama. Once again, kitabuhu, kitabuha, his book, her book. For the dual, kitabuhuma, their book, any gender, as long as it's 2. That's the only thing. It has to be 2. It's dual, okay? And of course, al-jama', plural, we say kitabuhum, kitabuhunna, based on the gender. That's it. Let's review it one more time. Kitabi, my book. Kitabuna, our book, for the dual. Kitabuna, our book, for the plural. Kitabuka, kitabuki, your book, for a boy or girl, respectively. Kitabukuma, your book, any gender, as long as it's 2, dual. And finally, kitabukum, kitabukunna, your book, for the plural. For the boys, you say kitabukum. For the girls, you say kitabukunna. And if it's a mixed crowd, you go with kitabukum. So these are all connected pronouns that tell us whose book is it. Next, you have a practice. Complete this practice for kitab, then complete the practice for qalam. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.